This video is for Pickle Dill. It's their tier 4 Patreon request. We're checking out music from Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. This is Proof of a Hero. I'm excited. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, nice dynamics. Wow. Oh my God. What great shape and contour of this first minute and 8 seconds. I got to say, the use of dynamics, we're going to go back and appreciate this whole introduction one more time. The use of dynamics really took us somewhere. We have a big opening with what feels like we have a little hit from a concert bass drum and a huge note that rings forever from orchestral chimes, tubular bells, and then our little mallet percussion lick that's going on. And then very quickly, or well, I mean, it's not super quickly, but that changes and we go somewhere else, and a string of emotions are triggered because you get so much sound and so much creativity and ideas happening musically. Let's hear it again. That's a great little pattern. Strings sneak in. You get a taste of everything. Strings sneak in. Suddenly we have this beautiful motif that happens. We have warm horns, and then boom, bombastic percussion is going to hit us right away. Big string bass, low. Not quite a forte piano crescendo, but we hit it, we pull back a little bit, but it sounds different than anything that we had in the first 20-some seconds. So that use of just a long swelling, we attack it, we pull back a little bit, and then give us more sound. It's such great orchestration. Orchestration meaning the design of how all the instruments are being scored together here. And then boom, choom, choom underneath. So already you establish like your basic rhythm section. We have a nice groove underneath, and then we have a big soaring melody on top. It's in an orchestral format, but the principle is the same, man. And then the strings echo that. And then we come back and we bring and develop this theme even more. That's the best part to me, because we arrive at in a chord progression, we hit chords that we had not, it's the 57 seconds here, we had not like tasted any of that flavor before, but now suddenly we get it. It feels very triumphant, like it's a big win. And then obviously it's going to go somewhere else because the floor is pulled out and the dynamic shifts immediately. So you just get there. You just get there, and that's what it should be, right? You don't want to hang out there too much, because then the joy of hitting that part of the piece, it becomes like too common, right? It becomes common as water. So you want this to be this triumph. Let's just go back a little bit. Let's hit these chords and just see where else we go from this. And then we move on to our next thematic idea. Similar ideas. Okay, cool. So you can see when the floor fell away, we had our joy chords, we pull it away, the moving lines, all that triplet stuff comes back, and then we get a return to the previous the motif there. And there was some ooh-ah choir stuff happening, but it's a departure, but it's not a huge departure because we still need to keep you interested with familiar grounds here. Let's keep going and see where this goes. We're at 123 right now. Ooh. Tension. Oh. That's great. Okay, so the trumpet's going to cut through. The way the instrument is designed, the sound of a trumpet cuts through the band so easily. That's why, when you have really clean brass sounds, they're going to, you design a field show, and if your trumpet line is very clean, we're going to say any section that's clean on the field is obviously going to cut, but the way the trumpet is designed, the sound is just going to pierce through the frequencies like that. So let's go back. I don't know. Let's go back. Maybe that's 57. Let's go like right here. There was a spot. There was like a that articulation going on that was just so, I don't know how many players this is. Obviously, the more amount of players that play the line, the harder it is to clean, because that's just the way it works with anything. If you're trying to imagine trying to speak something in time with someone standing next to you, obviously by yourself, it's the easiest. You just need to be rhythmically and melodically correct with whatever's on the page. You add a person, then you got to blend the two people, add another person. It just gets more and more difficult as you add more people. But that's why it's super impressive when you see sections that are great and clean together. Here we go. That. Even though, it's nothing like mind-blowing, but you can hear their articulations and it's clean. That stuff's important, man. Go back a couple seconds. Not to mention the string section was going ham underneath that. That was pretty cool. Okay, so obviously we get the same kind of theme that we had previously, the same melodic, the contour and the shape is the same, except it feels so different because of the previous reasons we talked about, because of the way the trumpet's built and designed, the way it's shaped, and the way it moves sound. Like it's piercing. It sounds. The word shrill is not the right word, obviously, but within the context of how the previous same version of the melody was given to us, this is, if you were tired, you're awake now. Like there's no way you can not kind of sit up straight with that sound. Like it's there. Let's keep going. A little variation here. More than a little variation. Lots of variation now. Okay, so when we started that chunk, I was like, "Oh, a little variation." It's not a bridge. If you were to visualize this type of this piece of music, like in a similar way, you think of a normal, regular song with verses and choruses and or a bridge. You could kind of think of this like a bridge because we kind of crossed. We had some verses earlier, and now we cross an idea that has some similar material, but we kind of journeyed through some different keys and gave us some different tastes, different flavors, but was still the same sort of ingredients, but we really played with, there was some rhythm play there. We used the choir very effectively to branch into these huge horn, big ascending and descending passages there. We're not going to do the whole chunk a minute there, but if you want to go back and check that out, it was great writing. I don't know who the composer is. I apologize about that, but whoever's put this together, just doing a very effective job. I haven't even thought about I didn't know Monster Hunter had DLC. Like, the world of video games is so wild with the music you have and all the expansiveness of just the game itself, but how great the quality of music is in games now. It's kind of mind blowing. Let's keep going. Look at fanfare. We have to go back and appreciate the isolated crash cymbal. That sounded amazing. Also, you know what? Let's just go back. You know, we need the trumpets again. Listen how great these trumpets sound. I know we've been hyping up the trumpets. Whatever. We're going to keep hyping them up. But I do like the mix, the style of sound we get kind of going into like the church organ sound. That works really well. But it's the lone cymbal crash, man. It's super well. It's mixed super well. There it is. Oh. Okay. Wow. All right, this is an amazing use of everything here. Okay, so let's go back to like the 3:15 mark. Now, we're getting very, very similar material to everything we've heard before, except it's louder. I didn't think the brass was going to get louder. We did get louder, but now the strings are echoing all these melodies back to us. It's just kind of like, you know, a call and response, but in an orchestral format, but nothing. Remember before how I was like, yeah, it's such a great use of dynamic. We don't really have that use of dynamics that much anymore. I feel like we've kind of gone from loud to louder, if that makes sense. Okay, so we had a little turnaround there. I was wondering how they were going to bring us out of that because we keep getting da 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 da, so on, so on, so on, so on, da 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 da, getting all those variations, and then now we needed something to turn us around. Let's go back to the last 10 seconds and to bring us into. We only have 30 seconds left in the piece, so we need something that's going to bring it all around and then set us home. So now my question is, before we even get there, is. Are we going to end? Is it going to be kind of a bookend, like where we started quiet? Are we going to end quiet? Or are we just doing this and are we going to end loud, louder, and loudest? I have no clue. I went back 10 seconds. Let's play out and find out. Turnaround. Suspension resolution. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. Oh. All right, so we ended pretty loud. However, I did dig that we had there was like the chord progression changed a little bit. I thought we were going to go to a different key for a moment, but they brought us back and it sounded very trumpet. And the trumpets for me are probably the main part here because everything sounded fanfarish the whole way. And obviously da-da-da or da-da-da was our main focal points. And that's usually played pretty loud. We usually don't have like those kind of articulations at a low dynamic. So there it is. I had no clue. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I guess it's epic like that. So if you've played the game, let me know something about the game down in the comments below. Thank you. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. Link for all the socials down in the video description below. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you did not like the video, thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Take it easy. Bye-bye.